Okay, you know this is realistic because this just happened. So moral of the story, if you're making your bed, move your coffee far away. Okay, so for morning skincare, I don't have like a super crazy routine. Most of my products I use at night, but in the morning I keep it pretty simple. Obviously, like I washed my face already, and then I use just a light moisturizer that doesn't make my face oily, and then on top of that I put my Supergoop matte sunscreen. So sunscreen every single day, sunscreen and moisturizing, especially because the sun is your #1 form of aging. Like, if you're not wearing sunscreen, it cancels out all the other great things you do to preserve your skin. So these are your best friends. And actually, what I really like about this one is it has a little bit of a tint to it. Like, as you can see, like I purchased the one with the tint, but you can buy it without it as well. And it just kind of adds like a little bit of, I don't even want to say coverage because it's not even coverage, but it just adds like a little bit to my face. Kind of makes me look a little bit more put together. Like, as you can see, it's like a little bit of color. I forgot to mention, another thing I really like about this Supergoop is it doesn't make your face oily either. That's a huge thing because a lot of other sunscreens I've tried, I kind of get oily like a few hours into the day. Also, if you do want to wear makeup, this sunscreen can also act as a primer. So that is also a benefit of this. Today is one of those days where I have a lot of meetings and they're with some more important people, so I do want to look a little bit more put together. I'm just gonna put on some mascara, nothing crazy. This is the Hot and Naughty 2 Black Lash from MAC. I feel like not everyone shops at MAC these days, but I love their mascaras. They just work really well with my eyelashes, and this one is actually my favorite mascara, but they discontinued it, so. So to be very clear here, as I said, I look a little nicer today than I typically would. Honestly, I'm wearing a sweater and I like how that's considered like dressing up these days, but a normal day would just be a sweatshirt, no makeup. Yeah, that's my morning routine. This isn't my routine every single day. You know, sometimes I don't feel like journaling, so I'll read instead. Sometimes if I really do need that extra sleep, I do sleep in and kind of skip the workout portion. So it really depends on the day and kind of on what is going on in my life. But this is kind of like the full routine I strive for most days. I think it's good to note that I am a morning person. And I do love the mornings. It's my absolute favorite time of the day. But I think also a good morning doesn't just have to be because you're a morning person. I think that anyone can have a good morning if you set the tone the night before. I would say I go to bed between 9:45 and 10:30. And I know that's like kind of early to a lot of people, but like I do not function if I don't sleep well. So having a good night routine and kind of getting myself wound down and into bed early really sets the tone for the next day. I think that's kind of a misconception that people forget, is that, you know, if I go to bed at like 1 a.m., I'm not gonna have a great morning like that. Even though I'm a morning person, like I need my sleep too. So, and then also just having a plan of like what you wanna accomplish in the morning is so important, because if I just wake up and I'm like, I don't know what I wanna do, like you're gonna spend so much time thinking about what you're doing and less time doing those things. So go to bed early, have a plan, and yeah, I don't know. I think that there's something so special about just setting the tone for your day with a solid morning routine. It's kind of like my me time to do whatever I value, whether that's working out or journaling or going on a walk. Like that's my time for myself and to kind of just ease into the day. Whereas I've done the whole wake up and immediately start working thing, and like some days that's how it has to go because I need my sleep or whatever it is, but I really try to avoid that. I find that if I don't prioritize myself first thing in the morning, it might not happen later in the day. Things come up and, you know, sometimes shit hits the fan at work and you have to kind of just work through lunch or work late. So by prioritizing yourself first thing, no one can take that time away from you. Like you, no matter what the day brings you, you are prepared because you've already kind of prioritized you and like had that you time before you focus on someone else's objectives at work. Does that make sense? I should probably start working. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that this was helpful, and I hope that this kind of gave you some morning routine inspiration to take that time, whether it's a walk or journaling or just something like that. Integrating one small act of self-care into your morning routine goes such a long way. Try to slowly build that, try to slowly get yourself up a little bit earlier. I truly believe that you'll find that valuing yourself in the morning goes such a long way.